Hey guys, welcome back. Today we got a little car tip here challenge. We're going to review the Actron CP9580A. Yeah, sorry about that. Couldn't quite see it. Anyway, I've had this scanner now for about, I want to say at least about 2 or 3 years maybe. And it has been a fantastic code reader over previous ones I've ever owned. I've owned quite a bit of them, and I'll get into that in just a little bit, but I want to talk about the features of this one real fast, and we'll talk about other code readers and which ones you should get. Alright, now this thing has something cool that I like about it. You'll see on a lot of code on a code reader. It's called this Code Connect. And what this is when you plug into the vehicle, and it tells you what vehicle it is. You got a 2004 Chevy Colorado, and it's got a whatever code, and it'll tell you what problem it is related to that vehicle, which is pretty awesome. This thing has been about 9 times out of 10 has been right on the money, has been guaranteed to be right on the money, and has not let me stray. It is actually, I've been able to make easy, fast repairs with this. PVC, it just tells me, hey, bad spark plug, or change spark plug, or bad PVC valve, or got a cracked hose somewhere. This thing was really good when I had to work on a customer's car, and it told me that it had an eval look, and it told me to, hey, check your hoses, cracked hose, most likely problem. And it saved me probably hours of trying to figure out what was wrong without having to buy a smoke machine and all that stuff to check the evac out. And all I had to do was get underneath the car, trace the line. I knew what line it had to be, and sure enough, I found it right towards the back. So that saved me a lot of time, and I actually had the hose here, so I didn't have to spend any money repairing it. Made a few bucks doing it. So, hey, sometimes that is a win-win in my book. So anytime you're just like a little do-yourselfer and you do a little bit of car work, these scanners are good and everything. These type right here will be good enough for you. Now, the only bad part is it only goes up to about 20, I think 2011 is the newest it does. I tried hooking up to a 2015 King Ranch diesel somebody had brought over, and the poor code reader it knew the numbers, but that's it. It said it doesn't know what it is. So what I do every so often is that every about 3 or 4 years, when these things get a little almost on the verge of obsolete, I sell it. I sell it and get the newest thing. I sold my last code reader. I think I actually made money on it. It was just a plain Jane code reader, and I got 150 for it, and while this was 200, so this helped, that one, selling my old code reader helped pay for this, and I was only out 50 bucks. That was actually pretty good, because I actually got a little bit more money, because I made a case for it. I got a case for it and made it look nice, and it sold really good. Now this one doesn't have a case, or it doesn't come with it, but you can pick one up at Fry's, those little blank cases with the styrofoam in them. You can cut them out, blah blah blah, if you want to get a nice case for your code reader. I actually just throw this in the toolbox, and it does just fine and everything now. But these little code connects, I don't think I'd ever have a code reader without one of these things. These things are fantastic, and they come in that much handy here. And now, if you're doing this for a living, this is probably not the code reader you want. Well, it's good to have one of these, but you're going to need a higher advanced one, which I do not have. But you'll need one with bidirectional controls to help everything. But for the normal do-it-yourselfer, you can get by with just this. It's not too expensive, it's not too cheap. It gives you live data, and the Code Connect is just, I love that Code Connect. It has come in handy just so many times. I know I've said that probably 1,000 times already, but I can't emphasize on how great that is. And I've plugged up to several cars, and I've been able to, boom. Like I said, the only downside is I have a 2013 Mustang, which is not here right now, but and I cannot plug in, and it won't really give me, it'll give me the code, but it won't do anything else for it. Other than that, it couldn't tell me what the probable causes for it is. So, plus now that I'm working on people's cars, I've had people bring up me some older cars before 1996 that are OBD1. So I saw a new kit where Actron's got an updated version of this, but also has the OBD1 cables. So I might be selling this baby here soon to get that, and it does all the way up to, I don't know what year model vehicle, it's probably 2016 or something by now. I'll have to look. And But it's usually what my plan is. Every 3 or 4 years, swap them out. Get a new one. Get a new one. That way you got the newest thing, and you're set to go, and you're not left behind in the dust. And then way you get some of your money back that you put in this. I might sell this thing or start it off at 75 to 100 bucks. And I'll probably get about 120, maybe 150. Who knows? We'll have to see. But that's just the way the game goes. When you sell something, how much will you get when you sell it on eBay? You know. So anyway, that's going to be this end it for this little tech tip. I hope this helps anyone out who's looking for a car scanner. And for the normal doer-selfers, I highly recommend this. If you work on cars for a little bit of living, you may want a little bit higher end. Harbor Freight has a code reader that it's okay for, I think it's $1,000. The Maxi DS, I think is what that's called. And if not, someone can correct me down in the comments and everything. But this for just the normal do-it-yourself, this is great. This will work, and this is actually done good for me. And I work on cars on the side, so this is done pretty good for me. All right, guys, this is going to do it. If you liked this video or thought it was helpful or informational in any way, give it a like. Let me know I'm doing a good job. If you'd like to see more tech tips or more Goldwing instructional videos or any other man-related items from the hardware store I review, you know, subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing more. There's more to come. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it. So until next time, later.